The Kruger National Park is urging visitors to switch off the geotagging function on their cell phones while snapping pictures of wildlife. SANParks says keeping the geotagging function on while taking pictures could lead poachers to their next kill. SANParks spokesperson Ike Phaahla joins us now on the line. A very good evening to you, Ike, and compliments of the season.
Compliments to you, Thapiso, and your viewers, and thank you very much for the opportunity. You've got so many breaking stories, but we appreciate that you want to tackle this topic.
So tell us about this, Ike. When did you discover that people keeping their geolocations on does lead to poachers being able to identify where animals are?
We're not saying for certain that that's the reason, but we have observed that a lot of people do take pictures for their social media platforms and leave that geotagging function active. It does pose problems as it gives coordinates and the exact location of where you are or where the animals are. We have known for a fact that intelligence is crucial to poaching syndicates, and they will use every avenue to find out where they can go and access these natural assets that we have. And they don't want to be caught and lose their freedom just like any other criminal. And therefore, they will use the social media platforms to access it and make it easier for themselves.
I want to talk about animal behavior and movements. Obviously, there are watering holes that would make it somewhat predictable in terms of which animals then go where for drinking water, or whether they, cool off there, etc. But just take us through the animal behavior that would make it difficult for poachers to find animals, but that would also make it easier for them beyond the geotagging.
I think what we have done in terms of our anti-poaching campaign is we have cut off some of the easy accesses. We know where the hotspots are, and we deploy our rangers accordingly. But obviously, the Kruger National Park is a 2 million hectare property. We can't be everywhere, and we rely also on technology to assist us in early detection. But if people innocently are going to be geotagging animals, and especially rhino and elephant, then it does. You'll be surprised as to how active criminals are on social media. Some of the posts they make thinking they are invisible and anonymous has led us to arresting some of those people. So it's just a caution to people who come to the Kruger National Park that you can take those pictures and post them, but the geotagging device should be off because then it gives them a way of acting against some of the initiatives that we have undertaken.
And just an update on poaching, especially within the SANParks areas. There's been a decline in some species, but some it continues.
We have seen a decrease. Our target has always been that every year we'll try and reduce the number of animals that are poached by 10 to 15%, and we are glad that we are looking towards that. We had a 5-year plan starting off in 2015, and it's carrying out very well. We are very grateful to the dedication from our rangers because you can have as much technology as you can, but boots on the ground, they do count, because any technology to become effective, it has to be managed by people. So we are happy with the progress that we are making. We are not saying that there is light at the end of the tunnel. We still have to be very cautious, and it is not a battle only for SANParks. We get assistance from the SATS, the SAMDF, and we're asking the rest of the world and people who are tourists to come and help us as well by switching off those geotagging devices.
And Ike, I remember, I think about 2 years ago or so, being at the Kruger National Park, you were working with a team of scientists, just in terms of what you're doing to stem poaching and the brutality that is associated with it. Where are you with that kind of innovation?
It is ongoing. The Kruger National Park is a laboratory as we speak, and there are several ways that we're trying to do. The growth of populations we know has been stunted firstly by poaching that we have seen, but we also experienced 3 years of drought, and there is a research program that is currently underway that we launched in September. And that is to see the behavior of poachers if they come across the cows that have been dehorned and what their reaction will be to that. Will they let that animal away or will they shoot it? We don't know. We still are in the field. And once we have the outcomes of that, we will be able to share it with the country.
Thank you very much, SANParks spokesperson Ike Phaahla, appealing to those who go to the Kruger National Park when taking pictures of animals to deactivate their geotagging.